Should you be starting a small business? Hi, I'm Paul Sweeney from the Business Behind Your Business podcast, and we're looking at this question of should you be starting a business? Now, if you already have a business, don't switch off, don't tune out, because a lot of the things we're going to be talking about both now and in following episodes are about growing your business and growing it more profitably. Now, the best time they say to plant a tree is years ago, and the second best time is now. So if you didn't get this advice, you didn't listen to these or hear about these things when you were starting your business, now is the time to listen. In the next couple of episodes, we've got some great information being shared from our presenters. We're going to be interviewing some people who are business owners about their journey through setting up their business, from moving from that technician stage or that employed stage through to starting a business, and how they got started, what they learned, what things they could have done better, what advice they got, advice they didn't get, what they wished they did at the start, and what they're now doing to move forward and growing. Look, starting a business, it's a question that a lot of people are asking, and we're seeing due to the COVID pandemic that a lot more people are asking that question and a lot more people are acting on it. So we've seen a lot of people resigning. So we've heard about this great resignation race. A lot of people are resigning to start a business. So what should you be doing to start a business? And it is a question, a very good question. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people rush into starting a business without considering a lot of the issues that are involved. And Michael Gerber with the E-Myth and the E-Myth Revisited talks about this concept with the entrepreneurial seizure, where you have the person who is employed doing a technical job, and they have this conversation, which is a lot like, yeah, look, I want more time, I can make more money, I can have more freedom about who I work for and what I do. So I'm going to go and start a business for myself. Now, the business they start is pretty much doing exactly what they were doing before when they were employed. The difference is that they've now got all the obligations, all the administration, all the taxation obligations, all the legal obligations. They've got to find their own clients, and they're basically doing the same job that they had before. So it's called like an entrepreneurial seizure. It's like a brainwave that says, hey, I'm going to leave my job and start a business. But really, they've created a business that is exactly the same as a job. Now, we want to avoid that because we want to grow a successful business that can operate without you, that does give you that freedom to have more time, to make more money, to have freedom to do the things that you really enjoy. And this is where getting the right advice before you start the business, and if you've already on your journey in growing your business, getting advice to make some changes about how you operate now. So it's a question that I ask my clients when I first start working with them is, why did you start your business? What were you hoping to achieve when you started your business? Because generally what we see is that what their reasons for starting a business aren't being met by the business they currently have. There is a big difference between their ideal business that they thought they were going to have when they started to what their business looks like today. And a lot of it comes down to not having thought about the structure of the business, not having thought about who the clients are going to be. What's the market? How many people are in this industry? How much competition am I going to have? How am I going to price my services? Am I going to work on quality, or how much profit do I need to make? Because I need to make more profit than I would as an employee, because what's the point of having all the extra work of creating and running a business if you're not going to get rewarded in a greater manner? You're not going to get more financial reward. You're not going to get more rewards from a satisfaction and freedom. So there are a lot of things to think about there. How do you get your business set up correctly? What funding do you need? And I mentioned that we're going to talk to a number of advisors coming up as well as business owners. And we're going to look at things about how you choose the right structure, or whether you need to change the structure you're in. How do you raise money? Capital raising. Do you want to grow your business, and how much money are you going to need to grow that business? Who is going to fund your business? Can you get access to government incentives, grants for doing your new product development, or growing your business, or starting a business in an area that is needing new business investment? The government likes to encourage those sorts of things. What are startup hubs and incubators? How do they work? And is it right for your business? Is it the right thing? What are the benefits of working through one of those processes? What are the disadvantages? What do we mean when we talk about startup? Startup is a very broad term, but how it's viewed is different to the concept of starting a business. So just starting a business doesn't mean you're having what we call the startup phase or a startup style business. So we're going to investigate that. So what systems and processes do you need in place to make your business run smoothly? How do you go about hiring people? How do you set a business plan? How do you decide how you're going to grow your business profitably, successfully? And at the end of the day, how are you going to sell your business or exit from your business in the most profitable, beneficial way for you? You know, there are things like taxation. How do we manage the tax so that we spend less of our cash flow on tax, that we don't have as much of our profit when we sell the business eaten away by tax? So there are a lot of things to consider. Now, we've already talked about some of these concepts and issues in past episodes. So I'd encourage you to go over to the website and check out all the past episodes. So go to thebusinessbehindyourbusiness.com. All of the previous episodes are up there. You can view the detail, the show notes for each podcast and listen to them direct from the website, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. And you know, the Business Behind Your Business podcast is available on pretty much every podcast player that you can find. So have a look at what we've already published. Watch out for some of the upcoming episodes. Subscribe to our newsletter so that you hear about what's coming up and who we've got coming up on the show. And look, if you want a specific question answered, we'd love to do that. We'd love to answer your specific questions. So you can reach out to us and just send us an audio message on www.speakpipe.com/the business behind your business. And we'll feature that question in one of our upcoming episodes, and we'll ask one of our experts or advisors in those particular areas, or maybe even a business owner that we're interviewing about their experience in running a business. So hang in there. Look, we love you to hear about your success. We want to make you successful. We want your business to be successful. And look, if you're in this phase of starting a business, or you've already got an existing business, but it's not achieving the results you want, then stay tuned. We've got some great presenters coming up, and love to hear your questions and your feedback. So keep listening, and we want the message out there. So we want to help as many business owners as possible. So please, look, if you've been listening to the Business Behind Your Business podcast and you've been enjoying it, you found it helpful, please share it with a friend or somebody else that you know would benefit from it. Thanks for listening. Do you have a question you'd like our team of experts to answer? If you do, send your question to podcast@thebusinessbehindyourbusiness.com. To hear more from the Business Behind Your Business, don't forget to subscribe using your favorite podcast player, or you can visit the businessbehindyourbusiness.com website.